Hi, I'm Tim Tuller, canon for music at St. John's Cathedral, with a couple words about the music for this Sunday, July 20th. Our prelude this morning is entitled Prelude in Classic Style by the American composer Gordon Young. Gordon Young lived from 1919 to 1998, so he was active right throughout the middle of the 20th century. He was the music director for a number of years at First Presbyterian Church in Detroit. He'd studied organ with Alexander McCurdy at the Curtis Institute of Music, and he was well regarded as an organist and composer and all-around musician. The Prelude in Classic Style is probably his best-known composition. It was published in 1966 in the collection 9 Pieces for Organ, and it's a very upbeat, propulsive work. It sort of reminds me of maybe a movement from a Handel organ concerto, but with updated 20th century harmonies. Our offertory anthem is entitled Comfort, O Lord, by the English composer William Crotch. He was born in 1777 in Norfolk, and he was an incredible child prodigy. He actually was playing organ for audiences at age 2, and at age 3, it's documented that he played organ for King George III. So he was an incredible prodigy. He grew up and became a very well-regarded musician, and for a while taught music at Oxford. And Comfort, O Lord is a very melodic and attractive piece that's very, I think, representative of Crotch's style. Crotch was one of the best composers at a time when England kind of wasn't producing too many great composers. There was a couple 100-year period between the death of Henry Purcell in 1695 and then the coming of composers such as Perry and Stanford in the late 19th century, when England didn't produce too many good composers, and Crotch was definitely an exception to that trend during those times. Our postlude is the Toccata in C by Dietrich Buxtehude, North German composer who was basically active the generation before J.S. Bach, although J.S. Bach absolutely did know Buxtehude. In fact, there's a well-known story of Bach walking some 180 miles on foot to study with Buxtehude early in his career. And the Toccata in C actually was very influential on Bach. If you're familiar with Bach's Jig Fugue, well, this is the piece that Bach's Jig Fugue was modeled on. And it's a very jaunty, propulsive piece that makes for a really rousing postlude. I hope you like the music this Sunday.